App.net goes free, an in-app purchase lawsuit, and the Oscars available on Hulu for a few days at least. It's Tuesday, February 26th, 2013, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chatton, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. Good morning, everyone out there, and welcome to another edition of iWake. So, what is on the show today? My apologies first off for not having a show yesterday. Let's get to some news and some other things going on today. First off, a very cool thing going on with the Oscars. I'm not sure if you're into that. I am into the movies. I have the movie pass, and I see a ton of movies. So I'm in the Oscars and a big fan of that kind of stuff. This year, they're allowing people, they're graciously allowing us to watch it on Hulu or the ABC app or online for a few days at least. I just got done watching the 3-part Oscars on my Apple TV. So it's done in 3 parts on Hulu at least. The first part had like 3 ads throughout, and the second part was ad-free, amazingly. And the third part had a lot of ads, I guess 7 or 8 ads. But overall, very unobtrusive 30 seconds and a minute ads. And really well, I enjoyed the Oscars. Some great musical performances and comedy, and really well done this year. And I was amazed at the spread of awards. There was no big clear winner. They all got a little bit, which is very cool to see. So, anyways, if you're into the Oscars, they're streaming these on Hulu or ABC until Wednesday, which I find they don't have this up for a week at least, just until Wednesday, 2 or 3 days, depending on how you count it. Kind of odd, but hopefully we'll get to a point sometime in the future where these will be live streamed, and I really hope that happens at some point, because I miss not being able to tweet along with everyone watching it and enjoy that, but instead I have to wait until the next day. So anyways, let's move on to some other news today. First off, a lawsuit about in-app purchases. So basically what has happened that parents who aren't good at monitoring their kids using their iPads were buying a lot of things. So the proposed settlement comes after parents sued Apple in 2011 upon discovering that their kids were buying a lot of stuff. So what Apple is going to be doing is 23 million iTunes account holders who were affected by the settlement will be getting compensation through iTunes gift cards or cash. I'm not exactly sure, but this seems kind of crazy that Apple's being blamed for kids using iOS devices without being monitored. There's always been a way to use parental guidance in iOS to turn this stuff off. So this is kind of crazy to me, but I guess this is what the world has come to. Next up today is App.net. They've introduced a free tier. So if you know somebody that has paid for App.net, you are able to get a free invite to use the service. The big limitation here is you as a free user can only follow up to 40 people. Now, your account can have unlimited followers, but you yourself cannot follow more than 40 people, which forces you to have a very choice in who you follow. So each follow counts. So this is a rather interesting move for App.net. There's lots more to it than this, as far as why and what their motivations are. Free tier accounts have 500 megabytes available for storage, and free tier accounts can upload a maximum file size of 10 megabytes. So the invited member follows at least 5 other accounts. My apologies here. I'm just kind of going through some of the points here. But what you need to know is that if you know someone on App.net, ask them for an invite. They can send you one, and there is a benefit for you signing up. So next up, I just want to mention that OtterBox, the maker of those wonderful cases, has come out with 4 new screen protectors for iPhone and iPad. So they are now getting into the screen protecting business, so to speak, which is kind of cool to see. Next up, if you are a jailbreaker, this is bad news for you. iOS 6.1.3 Beta 2 is evidently blocking the hole in iOS for jailbreaking. So that is a hole that is being plugged, and it will be another year until we get another jailbreak, most likely. So that's something to note there. Something rather big happening in the world is WebOS. There's something rather small happening in the world, I should say. WebOS was on the Pre's and the Veers and the touchpad. I'm a big fan of WebOS. I love WebOS. And it has been sold from HP, the delinquent owners of it, to a new company that will turn it into a smart TV OS. So LG is the new owner. They don't rule out new devices such as phones, but smart TV is what they purchased it for. I would love to see a tablet and a phone WebOS device. WebOS is up there with iOS. It's one of my favorite mobile operating systems, and I would love to see that come back into the world. Next up, I just want to mention that HP has re-entered the tablet market with a $169 7-inch slate. So, yeah, they've got a 7-inch Android tablet. Yeah, it's kind of a sad story with HP and tablets. Next up in the show today, I just want to mention some interesting facts, Oscar-related. Should have done this earlier. But film budget. There's this really great post over on the website filmbudgets.org where they highlight the different budgets of each of the Oscar nominees for Best Picture. Amour was around $10 million, Argo around $45 million, Beasts of the Southern Wild around $2 million, Django Unchained $100 million, Les Mis $61 million, Life of Pi $120 million, Lincoln $65 million, Silver Lining Playbooks $21 million, Zero Dark 40 million. So it's an interesting spread, all the way up from $2 million to $120 million. So quite a spread there as far as the budgets to make these great films. Next up today, I just want to mention that the Olo Clip is now shipping with an iPod Touch adapter. So I'm not sure when these will be included in the Olo Clips, but if you're getting one soon, you can expect that to be a part of it. Likewise, at Mobile World Congress, where that was announced, is Withings announcing full Android support for their wireless scale and baby monitor. So if you are a Withings scale customer, as I am, you can now use that with Android, which is very cool news. Next up, from Mophie. This is another announcement that is kind of shocking to me. So the Mophie Juice Pack Air is now available for the iPhone 5. This is only 2 weeks after they unveiled the iPhone 5 Helium case, which was the first Mophie available. So the Mophie Helium had a 1500 milliamp battery. The Air has a 1700 milliamp battery. So not a huge improvement there, but it is a bigger battery and thus a thicker case. So if you want a more robust Mophie, a thicker Mophie, go ahead and get the Juice Pack Air for iPhone 5. Next up today, let's move on to the fact that Novotel is releasing the MiFi 2. So, and this is the last bit on the show today. The MiFi 2 has a new interface and housing. So it's encased in a new body. The MiFi kind of is a precursor to smartphone tethering, so to speak. So I had several of these devices. They're really handy. This new hardware looks really intriguing. It looks like a trackpad kind of style where it's got the coin operation where you can actually get into the batteries. But yeah, link in the show notes for all the details there. And that will do us for today's show. Thank you for tuning in to iWake. For show notes, iWakePodcast.com is where you need to go. For the video version of the show, go to youtube.com/TCHATEN. And if you'd like to buy my book, iPod Evolution, is available by searching for iPod Evolution in the iBook store. And I also have a poetry book available by searching for Poetry Video. It's the one with the green cover, and it's also in the related area in the iPod Evolution. My poetry book is a $3 book with video performances, and I encourage you to pick that up. So with that said, thank you for tuning in to today's edition of iWake. I will talk to everyone again for another edition of iWake real soon. Have a good one.